And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bentley Branlow, with my cameraman, Nate Noble, ready to go here for game number one of the second round here between the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins and the St. Boniface Riels. And before we get into this one here, take a quick look here at where these teams sit. As you can see, very close back and forth in the top two for a lot of the stats here in goals for and against, and the power play. Penalty kill a little bit down compared to the other couple teams. But other than that, two of the top teams here in the league battling this one out. And we look at the leaders of this one, starting goaltenders for the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. It'll be Alex Pauls. He's 2-0 in the postseason. His save percentage of .932, goals against average of 1.5. Meanwhile, Owen LaRock getting the start for the Riels. He's 4-0 in the postseason, and his save percentage of .920, goals against average of 1.70. Carter Hamlin leads the scoring for the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins with 9 points, split up pretty evenly in between goals and assists. And the same way on the other side for Nathan Brzezinski with 6 goals and 7 assists, giving him 13 points, leading everyone in the playoffs. Here's a quick look at the playoff picture here. As you can see, the top game here, the 1-4 matchup, and the Hawks winning 3-0 just moments ago at home to take the lead over the Express in the other semifinals. And the team's ready to hit the ice here. And with that, we are ready to get going here. Shortly following O Canada, both these teams perfect so far in the postseasons, picking up sweeps in the first round. Pretty easy when you look at the Riels, down 4-0 in game one, switched out the goaltender, put in Owen LaRock, and you come in there and you come back at 5 unanswered goals, pick up the big win in extra time there, and then from that just walk all over them in the next 3 games. Again, the Twins struggled a little bit early on in their opening game, but after they calmed their postseason nerves, they were able to get things under control and also sweep the Seven Oaks Raiders. St. Boniface takes the ice in the black and gold, and here come the Twins in the white and orange, led out onto the ice by Alex Pauls. And again, we'll be with you here following O Canada in a couple moments. And they got some awards to give out before got the puck drop here. Meanwhile, look at the Real starting lineup out on the ice. start this one off. Got Suckett out there, as well as Ethan Elslip. And they got Davis, who's leads them in points starting out there. And then on the back end for them, they have Dylan Bichette.
10 games played for 30 points.
As well as Matthew Trott. And with the ceremonies over, we're ready to get started. And looking at the Twins, they got Matani and Johnson at the line. Meanwhile, getting ready to go in the dot is Darren Medwick. He's out there with Lizotte, and can't see the other number of the far winger for the Twins. We're ready to go here, though. It's going to be the 8 of Ryland Ewing. And with that, we are underway here in game number 1 of round 2. Twins take it quickly out from their zone. They'll work that one ahead. Pushed ahead now by the Riels and right into the zone. Comes Matani, shot, fires, and that one just off the mark there as they pressure LaRock early on. Twins working around from behind the goal line. Fanning on that one. Ewing stays with it. Watched by a couple of Riels. Now back to Johnson. He feeds that down low. Tries to get right back in the high slot. Johnson still with it. Circling around. Looking. And he sauces that one across. Matani picks that one up. Watched by Davis. Ethan Johnson feeds that one up Broadway. And Medwick takes ahead to Ewing, and a misplay there. Davis overskates the loose puck. And quickly out of harm's way as the Twins feed that one ahead. Brzezinski quickly hops on that one, and he gets rubbed out of the play. Twins quickly on the loose puck. And Johnson's going to turn that one over to Davis. Davis fires from a tough angle. That one off the glass. Circled around now here. Twins center that one into the slot, and with that, they'll quickly clear it out of the defensive zone. As Fort Carey, Medwick will lightly play that one in. And picked up by the Riels. Riels feed it forward on the far side. Long stretch pass off a couple sticks. Melstead stays with it. One of their pickups from Seven Oaks. Meanwhile, putting on the brakes come the Twins as they'll work it on the near side. Kalangari with it. Kalangari circles back to the far side. Well, he'll turn that one over to the Riels. And the Riels got to watch the line. Offside waved off. Puck comes all the way down. Trott chases after that one. And the cross-ice pass off the mark there for Davis. And with the help there of Hepner, comes out to the line. Headland now with it. Fires from a tough angle. And grabbing on that rebound and holding on for a whistle. We got a stoppage in play as LaRock jumps on that one. And here we look at the replay of a couple early opportunities for the Twins in this one. Off the draw. Twins with it. They'll work that one in. Loose puck. Giving chase. And trying to work that out is the Riels. Riels now feed it out of the zone. On the near side, Kalangari takes a hard hit from Kokarali as he plays that in. Riels in their own zone. And the long clear comes out at the line, walking in. And the shot by Van Dyne's rebound just wide of the goal. Gorshinsky tries to send that the other way. He'll turn that one over to Alex Van Dynes. Kalangari trying to scoop up the puck in the battle for it with Carson Dubois. Right to Alslip, and Alslip says shot, gets blocked in front. Headland quickly out of the zone, picked up by the Riels, trying to work that ahead. And Bannock, he'll work that in. Dubois giving chase. Loose puck, picked up now by the Twins to Gorshinsky. Gorshinsky walks in, fires that one, and that one's off the blocker right up in front. Loose puck. Riels first on that one. They take a hard hit, but able to push that puck right ahead. Quickly into the zone. And that one comes all the way around to the far side. A handful of sticks in on that one. As the Twins come free with it. Head pass just a little bit too much. As that one now gets to Voth. Voth, he'll work it to the far side. 3.5 minutes gone in the opening frame. Nick Gilberto works his way through traffic and gets called at the line for the offside at 16:24. Shots are 2-0 in favor of the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. Knotted up at one apiece early on, and what's going to be a good battle of the goaltenders in this one. Medwick in on the draw. He wins that one back. Voth sends that to the far side. LaRock, he'll leave that one on. And that gets worked to the far side by the Riels. Comes out of the zone. Medwick quickly pushes that one all the way back in. Lambert first one home. He'll take that one around. And Evan Lambert still with that. And he'll feed that back. Gets it right back on his stick. Now Riels out of their own zone. And Voth sets down his men as that puck comes all the way out of the reach here. Now the Riels first on that one. Quick shot from a tough angle. Pauls holds on for a whistle. Bring us a stoppage in play here at 15:48. And there's the save there from Pauls on the opportunity. First shot on goal for the Riels. If they want to mark it as that or not. Off the draw. Hewing wins that one across. And quickly trying to work down the zones. The Twins, some miscommunication. St. Boniface quickly on it. Now picked up by the white and orange. Riels, or Twins walking in, mind you that. And two quick saves there off the pad of LaRock. Working it across to the far side. There's a shot by Johnson. Gets blocked. And in the battle behind the net, the Riels come free with that one. And at the line, Samatani. He'll calm it down here as he'll work that ahead for Hewing. And that's played ahead from the help of Medwick. Puck played wide of the goal. Picked up down low. And quickly worked ahead by St. Boniface. As Brzezinski works that into the zone, their leading scorer. Now Johnson with it. Feeds it to the far side for the Twins. Twins quickly ahead for Lazat. And he can't hold on to that one. And scooping up the puck. It's forced the other way by the Riels momentarily as Lazat jumps right back on it. And that shot blocked again. Another big block by this Riels defense. As the Riels trying to work it the other way, they'll turn it over to the Twins. And the Twins turning that one right back over. As Samatani gets on the puck at center ice. He'll work it ahead into the zone. Twins now back to Ethan Johnson. Johnson to the far side for Mintani. And Mintani rubs off the hit. Hepner quickly on the puck for the Riels. He'll feed that ahead. Gorshinsky though picks it up. Regular points leading scorer in the MMJHL for the Twins and the league as Gorshinsky feeds that one back. And on the give and go, that puck is intercepted by the Riels to Hepner. And Hepner quickly ahead for Suckett. And he's knocked off the puck. Cocorelli with it. He'll walk in with that one. And no more for that as that comes back to Hepner at the point. And that shot just whizzes wide of the goal. Cocorelli plays it in behind the goal. Mintani first on that puck. Mintani to work it ahead. And that loose puck picked up now by the Twins. Twins work that across to Johnson. And out of the zone. Now scooped up by Melstead. Or Neufeld, mind you that. Neufeld walks into the zone. Trying to kick that ahead. And a row blockade. Sends it the other way. And there's a shot from the point. And a great opportunity there. Won't go for the Twins as Kalangari had a nice opportunity. Working it around. Staying with it. And that puck picked up now by Kalangari. He'll play it to the far side. Worked ahead and quickly out of the zone by the Twins. And off a couple sticks. Alex Van Dyne's first on the loose puck. Centers across for the Riels and it won't go. Battle for the puck continues. Kalangari in on that one. He'll scoop it up as he takes a hard hit behind his own goal. St. Boniface coming free. There's a shot just wide of the goal. Lambert, he's got the rebound. Evan Lambert plays that down low. Right into the slot. And the Twins break that one up. And trying to clear it out of the zone. Twins turn that one over. First one in on that's Kalangari. He's got Pershinsky closing in on him. He'll feed that ahead and off the Twins stick and into the zone. LaRock behind his own net. Leaves that for Lambert. Lambert, he takes down one Twin as he misses with the dive and quickly down the far side. Here come the Riels with two. Brzezinski through traffic. And that one fired wide of the goal. Had Melstead with them. Played ahead by Davis. Now to Johnson. Johnson with it, trying to feed it back. And pressured still by Brzezinski. Comes out of the zone now as Lazat tries to put ahead. High hit there by Medwick, and there's a great opportunity as the physicality getting going here. As we near the midway mark of the opening frame. Battle for the puck on the near side. Continues on. Twins with the puck. They'll feed that ahead. And here's a great opportunity for Fort Gary trying to split the D. Nothing going for Matt Lazat. And that puck cleared all the way down. And it's going to be an icing here at 11:20. The shots here in the frame. 3-0 according to the score clock. And the face-off now getting back down into the St. Boniface zone. Gets set here to the right of LaRock. There's a great opportunity on that shot. Gets blocked on the opportunity from Gorshinsky. Gorshinsky bats down that puck, and his squad will take it the other way. Quickly into the zone and rubbed out at the sideboards by Mike Hepner. On the loose puck. Riels trying to work it ahead. Belshaw trying to hold it at the line. And that puck comes through to Halmadaris. He'll work it down low. Puck comes back to Montani. His shot just wide. Now scooped up by the Twins. All is dangerous here on this opportunity. But coming free with it. And not out of the zone as Johnson holds on to that momentarily. Now all the way down Canoe. First one back, so it'll be an icing at 10:38. Shot still 3-0 in favor of the Twins. Officially, according to the board in this one. Eric Johnson set to go on the draw out there with Crossland. And on the draw. One back to Hepner for the Riels. Hepner tries to work that ahead. And he takes a hard hit as that puck comes to Johnson. To Montani. And quickly now, Gorshinsky working that, trying to get to Halmadaris. Doesn't go that way. Feeds it back to the far side for Johnson. Johnson right up center ice. And that puck right onto the stick of Suckett. Suckett with it, puts on the brakes, tries to feed Trot, and that comes out of the zone. And quickly now with the Dean Gorshinsky. Watched by Davis. He'll play that one back. And he'll pick it up. Works it right back now to Sam Montani. Montani with it with the feed up to Nick Gilberto. And now picked up and going the other way is Alsip. He'll work that to the far side and quickly into the zone comes St. B. Riels pick up the puck. Quick shot in front and a point blank save for Alex Pauls. Loose puck. Another big block there by Montani. And the siege is cleared by the Twins. As the Riels, they work to feed it up the far side. Quickly into the zone. Montani gloves that down right to Trot. Trot spins and that one right into the slot. Twins got their sticks there first. On the near side. Gilberto feeds that one ahead. As Gilberto giving chase. That puck cleared all the way down. Voth first one on it. Voth now behind his goal. He'll work it to the far side for the Twins. Long stretch pass. Batted down into the zone. I'll slip first one on that. He'll work it to Cocorelli. Cocorelli now on the far side. He'll pass that one up ice. And now into the zone is Dubois. Dubois leaves that down low for Cocorelli now. Into the slot. Dubois and another pad save on a great opportunity for the Riels. Lambert now with it. As the Riels getting the pressure going here in the back half of the opening frame. On the near sides, the Twins. Twins trying to work that out of their zone. And Jace Matthews clears that one all the way down. Picked up by the Riels behind their own goal. They'll dodge a hit as they work that ahead. And Ewing, he'll watch his man as Cocorelli works it ahead. Puck played all the way down the ice. Riels first on that one. And Lambert rolls off his stick to Ewing right in front. And broken up. We got a penalty coming here. And with that, we got our opening power play. It's going to come, I think, to the Riels. Nope, to the Twins. Mind you that. I thought it was the Riels player. It was a injured Riel player down behind the goal line as Ewing makes his way to the box and I thought he got hooked. Well, wait for the referee's call there as we look at the replay of that great scoring opportunity here for St. Boniface. Down there and slow to make his way up is assistant captain here for St. Boniface, and that is the injured player of Noah Keating. And off the draw, Riels getting their power play going 25%. Top power play in the league. Picked up now, and the Twins, they'll try and push that the other way. Isaiah's clear that one all the way down the ice. Puck worked ahead now. Quickly into the bounce up, and he'll walk his way and get it right back as he goes around Halmadaris. Working with it is Suckett. Now back to Brzezinski to Suckett. His shot blocked. Battle in the feet continue. And with 80 seconds on the power play, the Twins able to clear that one all the way down the ice. Long stretch pass. And quickly ahead for the Riels. Twins work that one right back out. Their penalty kill cruising in the playoffs at 88.2%. Puck now waiting from behind the rock to work that out of the zone. Worked ahead by Brzezinski to Kokorelli. Kokorelli, cross pass for the tip in front. Won't go on the opening power play and cleared all the way down the ice by the Twins. LaRock out to leave that one. He's got Kokorelli there out with Hepner. Hepner scoops that one up. Hepner to work it ahead. And to Brzezinski. Now back to Kokorelli. And that pass to Hepner is broken up off the stick of Jace Matthews as he'll chase down Owen LaRock. LaRock plays it away from him to Davis. Davis up to Kokorelli. Watched by Medwick. 15 seconds on the man advantage. Kokorelli works it back. And that looks like Keating back out there. As Keating now, he'll play that one ahead. And off a couple shin pads into the zone for Johnson. And with that, the 2 minutes has come and gone. We're back to even strength here as Johnson still waits behind his goal with the puck. Now he'll fire that one all the way down off the stick of Medwick. Loose puck, Hepner comes free with it, or mind you that, it's Trott. And Trott works ahead through the contact into the zone to the far side. Puck work to Lizotte, and that one doesn't make it to him. Riels play that into the zone. Johnson to clear that one. Now Samantani. Ray's watching him. His shot through traffic won't go. And Matani rubbed out there by the 44 of Rays. Now with it. It's Sam Matani. He'll work it back to the line. There's a shot through traffic by the Twins, and that one gets blocked. Sam Matani still with it as Medwick goes for a change. As Halmadaris comes on for him. Off the stick of Ewing and up and out of play at 5:11 remaining in the opening frame. Shots 3-2 in favor of the Twins. Gnawed up at 0-0. As they get ready here for the draw, Koshinski against Suckett. He'll win that one. Works it to the far side. And with that into the final five we go. Icing waved off. Riels. And they'll clear that one all the way down. Icing again waved off by the far side official. Headland plays it to the near side for Kalangari. Back to Balshaw on the touch pass to Headland. Balshaw now with it. Circles around. Long feed to Dean Gorshinsky. Gorshinsky watched by Bakunik. Now to the far side. Great opportunity for Halmadaris. And the answer though by LaRock. And there's the quick feed up to Halmadaris. Going up the far side. And LaRock holds on. Brzezinski now off the draw. And he'll work that one to the far side. And the Twins trying to come free with it. Now Gorshinsky to Balshaw. Back to Gorshinsky. Balshaw giving chase. Grubs his man out. Loose puck, St. B on it. And the Riels work it ahead. Can't get that one out of the zone though. Cutter Helmedera shuts that one down. Gorszynski walks into that one. Deflection in front, bouncing puck. No one can get a good whack at that one as it's cleared all the way down. Kalangari on it with 4 to go. Riels circle around, and they'll just clear that one all the way down. Headland on that puck. Headland defeated ahead. And that all the way down the ice. Going to be an icing against the Twins at 3:46. They lead in the shot category 4-2. Not up at 0 apiece here early on in game number 1 in a much anticipated series. A rematch of last year's series in between these two teams in the opening round. That one went in the favor of the Riels in 6. And off the draw, picked up by the Twins. Twins feed that ahead. And that loose puck to Neufeld. Cleared into the zone. Neufeld giving chase. Worked off the puck. And now on the near side, cleared all the way down. Matthews works that ahead. Matani with it. Turns out over to Davis. Davis with a great opportunity. Into the slot, and that one just couldn't get a shot away with Suckett there. Hit the puck right in front of him. And with that, Jace Matthews calms it down for Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins as he clears that one in on the Rock. The Rock plays that one to Hepner, to Davis. Suckett to help out. And it comes out to Ethan Johnson at center ice. Johnson quickly fires that one in. Off the pad of the Rock. Circling around is Hepner. Behind his own goal line. And out of the zone come the Riels. Riels trying to feed that ahead. Johnson first one on that one. And he'll try and work that away. There's a quick shot, won't go. Puck worked out. And that one's blocked. Comes out of the zone, chasing it down come the Twins. Lizotte. He'll leave that one back to Medwick, and he ran into traffic. And a great defensive play, and the Riels quickly the other way. Now Hewing hops on the puck. Hewing walking in. He makes his way through traffic and tries to work that on the backhand. Won't go for him. Puck battle continuing on. And the Riels coming through with that. They got taken down. No call on the play as Brzezinski hit the ice hard. Twins. Riels, they'll work their way out of their own zone. Now Lambert with it. And Lambert just letting some time tick down here as they near the final 90 seconds. Brzezinski walks up Broadway, right into the Twins zone. And Voss shuts him down. On the near side, Lizotte plays it into the zone, and we got a stoppage in play at 1:22. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. Ready to go here as Dubois in on the draw against Dean Gorszynski. Gorszynski wins that one into the referee's skates, and they're going to redo the draw here. Gorszynski and Carson Dubois go at it. And again, won this time by Dean Gorszynski for the second time in a row. On the near side, Twins. Long stretch pass. And Helmedera does get to that one. The Rock now behind his own goal. They're working ahead for the Riels. Cocorelli making his way up ice with Alex Van Dynes. Drop pass for Van Dynes. He was a little bit off. Puts on the brakes, and that one just missed the net by inches. Great opportunity there for the Riels at the minute mark. As that one's played the other way for Gorszynski. Twins into the zone. Dean Gorszynski with it. He takes a hard hit. And the Riels coming through. Cocorelli with it. He'll put on the brakes. Feed that ahead. And that one back to Cocorelli. Fire that one in. And Alex Pauls freezes the puck at 28.5. And we came inches away from opening this one up. And here you can see how close the Riels were. And there's Van Dynes' shot. And right there, just deflected inches wide of the goal off the draw. Riels quick shot by Riels wide of the goal. Hewing on that one, trying to feed it ahead to Lazat, picked up by Hepner. Now onto the stick of Medwick. Medwick walks in. He's got some guys pressuring him. Riels come through with the puck. And with that, quickly cleared all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as Johnson tried to dive for that one. Deflected in front. Trot couldn't get a shot away. Now rings that one off the iron at the horn. And with that, shots are 6-4 following the opening 20. Both teams here knotted up at 0 apiece early on. Great opportunities at either end, but the Riels definitely getting some momentum in the back half of the opening frame, inches away from striking first in this one. And as we go to intermission here, we'll take a quick look again at the out of town scoreboard if you weren't with us earlier in this one here. We had the Hawks beating the Railer Express by a score of 3-0 to opening up their series. That was earlier this afternoon. Waddle, Gavinia, and Lewis, the scorers in that one. Express, again, continuing to struggle on the power play, even though their last two games against St. James worked pretty well for them. But they were 0 for 4 tonight. Meanwhile, when we look at the games coming up on our schedule, again, we'll have Graham covering, I'll be with you on Tuesday in St. Boniface for game number 2, and Graham will be covering game number 2 on Wednesday in between the Charleswood Hawks and the Transcona Railer Express, and that will all be right here on U-Screen. We're back here on Friday as both series kicking off at 7:30, and that's at Century and the Iroquois Arena. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandloth, my cameraman, Nate Noble, and we'll see you following the opening intermission. It's a 0-0 hockey game. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins, and just the one power play opportunity for St. Boniface, which they were 0 for 1 on. And as the teams get ready here to take the ice for the second frame, all knotted up at 0 apiece. I'm your host, Billy Brandt, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble. Shots on goal 6-4 following the opening 20 in favor of the Twins. Only penalty to report so far in the game. Ryland Hewing for a roughing at 11:53. And not much to say for St. Boniface on the power play. Got a couple good shots, some good opportunities, but could not beat anything past Alex Pauls. As both these teams trying to continue on to stay perfect. Only one will be perfect in the postseason after tonight. Only two perfect teams left in contention in the MMJHL. I was just waiting for the black and gold of the Riels to step on here for the next 20 as LaRock leads them out of the tunnel. The ex-Verdant Oil capital as he makes his way to the far end of the ice to his goal. And we got on the ice here for the Twins. They got their top line out there with Medwick ready to go, along with Johnson and Cementani on the lines. Meanwhile, Lazat and Ewing on the wing. Meanwhile, for the Riels, they got Rays and Mike Hepner watching the blue line. Connor Davis, Trott, and Suckett. Out in front is Suckett into the draws, both 12s. Set and ready to go. Medwick and Suckett on the drop of the biscuit. And with that, quick push from the Riels. But Medwick feeds it the other way for Ewing. Ewing walks in, plays it right back to Medwick. Couldn't get a shot away. And Johnson walks into that one, rips it just wide of the goal. And quickly out of the gate here for the second frame come the Twins. Riels now trying to work it out of their own zone. Is Hepner. He'll work that past Rays and now to Hepner. As Hepner gets it. Ahead now to Suckett. Suckett quickly ahead into the zone. Battle for the puck down low. Twins come free with it. Pass off to Lazat. Rays on that one. And he'll cross that across to Hepner. Hepner quickly ahead on the feed. Picked off now by the Twins. Puck batted down. Circling around his Trot. He'll feed that ahead. Battle for the puck continues just wide of the goal. Twins now with it comes Johnson. Johnson walks into the zone. And that one just off the mark. Johnson still battling for that puck. And the loose puck. Riels work it to the far side. And we're trying to work that one ahead. And I passed just a little bit off there. Turned over. Twins trying to turn and fire. Traffic there is the Riels. They got numbers going the other way. Quickly ahead into the zone. And through traffic they carry on with that one. Is the 14. Still battling on the near side. Now trying to glove that one down. Comes past Melstead and Brzezinski now with it into the zone as Riels change. Brzezinski puts the brakes on. Twins all over that one. Back to the line, shot through traffic. And that one a little bit too high for their liking. Battle for the puck on the sideboards continues on. Twins jump on in their own zone. Kalangari with the puck. Kalangari feeds that one all the way down, just wide of the goal, and it's going to be an icing at 17:57. Shots 2-0 here in favor of the Twins in the second period. It's the totals of 8-4. And as the Real strolling in for the draw, Dubois circles around. He'll win that one back. And all over that's Medwick. And Hamaderis works it ahead. Balshaw giving chase. Korshinsky now with it. He'll feed that ahead into the zone. Giving chase now. And Canoe. Puck gets past him. Now Matthews leaves that for Kalangari. He'll work that into the zone. Flub by LaRock. And with Gilberto coming right in on him, he'll hold on as him and Gilberto will have a little bit of a chat. Meanwhile, some pushing and shoving in front of the goal there. As Canoe getting in it. Now Gilberto giving a little bit of a face wash there. Tail slip. Cardabois in on the draw, and he gets waived. So Cocorelli will come in for his place. Matthews wins that one back. And here's a quick go for the Riels. 2-1-1 across to Van Dynes and broken up. And now played by a high stick. And there's a look at that rush. Alex Van Dynes was streaking down the far side, and that pass just couldn't reach across to him thanks to some active stick work there by the Twins. And the quick defense is set up there, breaking that one up for Hunter Livingstone. Livingstone now with the puck. He'll work that ahead. And off a glove, and now played ahead, and no whistle. So we'll continue on. Big hit. And Alice Cano and Gilberto getting in on that action there as Rock makes the save. On the near side, Riels, they work their way ahead. Physicality amping up here for the Twins as Cocorelli works it into the zone. Korshinsky works that ahead off a couple sticks. There's now across to Keating. Keating takes a hard hit from Matthews. And Pauls holds on for a whistle. Voth to clear traffic in front at 16:32. Shots are 10-5 as the Twins doubling up on the Riels. Here's a look, see if we can get that hit in frame. No, it might have been just a little bit outside. No, there it is on the double sandwich there. Coming from Canoe and Gilberto. Off the draw, Twins calming it down in their own zone. They'll work that ahead. Quickly now comes Salmonade to the near side. Matani. Matani walks in. Stays with it. As Hepner tries to work on him. And Matani sets down a Riel as he dodges that hit. Meanwhile, Dubois with it through traffic. Leaves it back. Great opportunity for the Riels just wide of the goal. Banging at that one down low wide, and the net comes off its moorings at 15:53. Trot, Davis, and Suckett coming out here for the Riels. And the Twins making use of their last change. Halmadaris Korshinsky out there, as well as David Balshaw. Korshinsky ready for the defensive zone face-off. And that one won by Suckett. Quickly back to the point for St. Boniface. Into the slot, to the backhand. Great opportunity, goes wide of the goal. And with that, the loose puck coming onto the stick here of the Twins. Twins trying to work it out of the zone. And Halmadaris still working with it. Now Halmadaris. He'll play that across to the far side. Cycling back come the Twins. Korshinsky tries to work out of the zone. Now ahead to Balshaw. Balshaw fires that one, and that one up off the stick and out of play at 15:18. Both teams changing their lines up here. As Cole Davis and his crew come in. Off the draw. Now back, Matani, he'll work that ahead. Battle for the puck as the two 12s work away at it. St. Boniface comes free. Hewing through traffic to the back end. Loose in front. Lazat now with it. He'll work that across to Hewing on the back end, won't go. And the Riels. They try and take that one out of the zone. That won't go for St. Boniface. Off a couple sticks. Now Hewing with it. Hewing looking in. Puts on the brakes. Looks. Fires. LaRock trying to glove it. It's in the net. It's a goal. And the Twins strike first. There's going to be some controversy. The ref blew the whistle, and I don't know if the puck was in the net yet, but it's a goal for the Twins. And there you can see Ewing working it in, and it just rolls in. And still complaining about the whistle, rightfully so there, is St. Boniface. And Noah Keating told that there's kind of nothing they could do about it. It's tough from this angle if it was past the pad or not by the time it went. It did look like, though, the whistle went before the goal. And so the battle for the puck continues on. So Medwick got the final touch on that one from Ewing. On the near side. Hepner now with it. He'll fire that one in. Paul's with it. He'll leave that one back. And the Twins quickly exit their zone. And they'll turn that one over as the pass to Jace Matthews off the mark. Worked ahead through traffic. Scalberto. He takes a hard hit. And puck worked ahead. All the way down the ice. Kalangari first on it. He'll pick that one up. Kalangari works it ahead through traffic. Clears it into the zone. The Rock. Off Kalangari. Jumps up. Touched by Alsup, but wave off. The high sticking at the line. Headland holds it into the zone for Kalangari. Canoe into front of the net. There's a shot Canoe with the screen in front. Wide of the goal. Canoe whacking at it in front. And that goes wide of the goal where the Riels take control. And they'll quickly clear this one out. As Cocorelli enters the zone. Dodges a couple hits. And now picked up here by Headland. Headland. He'll pass that to the far side. Tic-tac-toe. Cutter Helmetaris walks in. Helmetaris puts on the brakes, circles around. Leaves it for Goshinsky into the slot. And nudged wide of the goal. St. B clears the puck all the way down. And a little bit of a tie up there with Livingstone and Cocorelli. No interference as the Twins play it ahead out of their zone onto the far side. Balshaw. Now with Dean Goshinsky. Goshinsky with a nice little move there. Couldn't keep the puck with them. Lazat trying to help it out, but now Carson Rubois, the other 19 on the ice, takes it the other way. And a quick flash of the leather there from Alex Pauls. Brings us a stoppage in play at 12:28. And some extracurricular activity on a late hit there. And I did miss that one. Didn't see who caught him. It looks like Dubois was a recipient. He was, and he's going to go to the penalty box there. And I glanced away to look at the clock for a second, so I did miss that play. As we're ready to go here, we got some 4-on-4 hockey. Carson Dubois in the box for 2 minutes, as well as Hunter Livingstone. 12:28 on the clock. Shots are 13-6 here for the Twins. Twins into the zone. And worked ahead now here. And a big hit there into the boards. Continuing on. And the Twins able to work that puck out of the zone. And on the near side, the Riels with the puck. St. B trying to work it around past Ewing, and they'll play it to the far side. Suck it into the zone. Works that one in. Matani first on that puck. Sam Matani puts on the brakes. Livingstone. He'll work it ahead. Now Ewing with it. Ewing putting on the brakes and going through traffic. He comes into the net and doesn't take it off, so we continue on as Hepner goes the other way with the minute remaining of 4-on-4. He'll leave that one back. Real still with it. Hepner across pass. And a big block there for the Twins. And Medwick pinning his man against the boards. Coming free with that one and jumping on that's Paul's, and he took some extra whacks, and we got some physical activity going here in this one. And really going at now is Medwick with, looks like Suckett as the 212s. And Suckett not too happy as he'll make his way to the penalty box. So Reeve Suckett goes to the box. And they got a twin? No, they don't. It's going to be a power play for the Twins. Much to the dismay here of the Riels bench. That you may or may not be able to hear from my mic here, as they're still giving it to the referee about that. So 4-3 hockey, 41 seconds remaining on the other penalties. As Reeve Suckett finds himself in the sin bin for 2 minutes or less. Up the draw, Helmadaris leaves that one back to Minity. Power play here for the Twins. And back to Mitani. Mitani. So it's goaltender interference on Paul's. Loose puck, and the Rock getting some contact in front. Here's a look at the replay of the hit earlier on by St. Boniface, as we talked about the physicality getting up there, and well, not really much of a hit, I guess more of a takedown there. Meanwhile, off the draw, that puck rolls all the way down and cleared by St. Boniface. Their penalty kill, 80% in the postseason. Power play, 27.8 for the Twins. Top in the league as they walk in. And now just the one penalty remaining as we're back to 4-on-3. Puck cleared all the way down and a little bit of some extra shoves behind the play. And we'll look at that extracurricular activity following the whistle as Sam Mantani walks in, plays that one up into the netting at 10:06. 57 seconds remaining on the Suckett call. And see what was happening there behind the play. And never mind, cut back to the live action. And this thing not calming down at all in between the whistles. As Almenares getting in it with one of the Riels. Medwick here, ready to go on the draw. And the Riels quickly worked that all the way around to the far side and out of the zone. Got 50 seconds remaining, a penalty kill. Twins quickly ahead, Belshaw, and that one right back to Headland. Headland makes his way up ice, fires it in for the far side, and the referee there setting a little pick play for the Twins. And the Twins taking some advantage here as Johnson with it. And that shot through traffic, does it go? Back to the point. And Medwick can't do anything with that when it comes out of the zone. Great penalty kill here for the Riels, trying to match what the Twins did in the first period. Cleared all the way down by St. B. Fort Garry Fort Rouge now with the puck behind their own goal. They got 6 seconds remaining of man advantage. Belshaw works that ahead. And we are back to even strength as they get called at the line. And here's a little look at their power play opportunity. And a nice little setup there following that pick play from the referee. That shot just wide of the goal. And the Rock doing his job in this one as his team's down badly in the shot category, but only down by 1. Working it quickly into the zone as St. Boniface, but a handful of Twins all around them. As the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins clear that quickly out. And Canoe can't get a good whack at that one. Played in by Jace Matthews and quickly frozen up on that puck as LaRock, as he had some Twins converging in on him at 8:44. And the shot clock, looking at that, it's the Twins doubling up. The Riels 14-7. Where we currently at, and Twins very careful there with their late last change as Gorshinsky comes into the circle. Gorshinsky wins that one back to Livingston, and Livingstone plays that down low. Riels jumping on the loose puck, and battle for it continuing on as the Twins trying to hold that one. Is Helmeders, and they got 3-on-2 going the other way for Brzezinski and the Riels. Belshaw getting back in the play and able to break that one up. So the Twins still, or Riels still with that one on Pauls, and Pauls holding on for the whistle. There's a look at the setup there, and getting a good opportunity in on Pauls right there on that shot. But Pauls slamming the door on the 5-hole. I'm your host, Bentley Brandon, with my cameraman, Nate Noble. 8:17 to go here in the midway period. Puck comes all the way down the zone. And Alsip now with it in his own zone. Works it across the Rays, and he tries to play that ahead. And Belshaw shutting that opportunity down. Nice little move there by Brzezinski. And he'll work his way ahead through traffic. And ahead into the zone. Working it back to the far side come the Riels, and the Twins pick up that loose puck. Ethan Johnson works it across. Sam Matani. Matani now with it. Works his way through a sea of Riels and through the black and gold jerseys. Gorshinsky comes free with the puck. Now on the near side. Hewing with it. He'll send that across. Cocorelli picks off his pass. And he'll play that across to Carson Dubois. Dubois walking in. Dubois crashing the net. Has the backhand at the doorstep. Riels battling at the loose puck. And still comes out behind the goaltender to the side. And now Ray's his shot just wide of the goal. Forked away from the net. And Ethan Johnson plays it to the far side. Van Dines tries to hold it at the line. Comes out. Riels fire it back in. And the Twins behind their own goal as we're into the final 7 of the second period. Onto the far side, here comes Medwick. Turns his back to Rays, and Rays just tees him up quickly on that shot, just wide of the goal in the quick release. As Matani plays the hit in on Suckett. Puck comes to the line for Hepner. Hepner makes a nice little move. Waits. Still waiting. And works that down low. And again, just an aired pass there as Riels couldn't hold on that one. Hepner still with it. He'll put on the brakes and a little bit of a tie up there. Comes back to Keating, his shot through traffic. And that one just missed the leather there of Paul's. Twins cleared all the way down, and icing is waved off. Twins get a much needed line change forced in. And with that, they'll continue to go after Hepner coming through at the puck as Gilberto works it right back to Canoe, started the forecheck. Loose puck, Hepner with it behind his own goal. He'll force it to the near side, and that one played to Connor Davis to the far side, and now Kalangari into the zone quickly. Puck onto the stick of Canoe. Now Hepner with it, again right behind his goal, watched by Canoe. On the near side, quick chip ahead for Keating, and a big hit there, Canoe on Davis. And into the zone come the Twins. Twins trying to wrap that one around, and that one just off the mark. And Canoe now taking some punishment there from Connor after momentarily dishing it out the other way. That shot by Headland, sticked off of LaRock now to Kalangarian behind the goal. Scooped up by Gilberto. And now at the point for Headland. Headland fires, and Caden Headland's shot is up and out of play at 4:57. And Canoe with a big hit down low right there in front of the Riels bench on their captain. Riels not going to be too happy about that, and so we've seen the physicality amping up in the second period. Shots in the second period, 8-4, as the Twins doubling up the Riels. They have the lone goal in the period, and the net comes off. Nope, the referee just lost that one, and I think maybe the net did come off. I don't know how he lost it. The net did pop off its moorings. As LaRock checks it over with the linesman before the drop of the biscuit. And with that, we're ready to go. Almost, as they'll circle around, Goshinsky in on the draw, and he'll lose that one to Eric Johnson. Battle on the near side. Twins come free. Goshinsky loose in front. Puck at the doorstep, and the Riels clear. Livingstone first on that puck. Watched by a couple of Riels. Forces it to the far side. Alsep first one on the puck. He'll calm this one down for his squad. Down by one, trying to get one before the period ends, and that one blockered away on the quick shot from the Riels. Back to the line. Alsep with it. Shot through traffic, just wide. Rebound. Sticked away off the back end of the stick from Pauls. We got penalty behind the net. And it'll be a Riels power play, it looks like. Coming from a cross check. No, it's going to be a Twins power play. As Crossland makes his way to the penalty box. So we look at the replay here. Twins 0 for 1 on the power play. And there's the cross check. Twins 0 for 1 in the period on their only power play. Trying to get back into this one here and get their power play going and get an insurance goal. Headland now with it. He'll work that ahead and just works it right through the road blockade. Headland continues on with the help of Gilberto, who hits the ice, comes back to Ethan Johnson. He'll work it away from the bodies there to the far side. Shot through, track by Ballshaw, and Headland, or Medwick, mind you that, gets shut down at the doorstep. Battle for the puck continues on. And St. Boniface trying to get it out of the zone. Johnson plays it to the far side for Ballshaw. Ballshaw waits, fires in off the mark. And now the reach of Medwick. He'll now get from Johnson. Came inches away from getting the insurance goal, his second goal. Would be in this one as that comes all the way down. Johnson now with it. 3:05 to go here in the second. Twins lead by a goal. On the near side, Helmadaris to the far side. Lazat across. Medwick now with it. Puts his back to the play. He'll work it out. 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Matani across to Helmadaris. Helmadaris walks in. Fires. LaRock holds on for a whistle. And a couple little friendly sticks in front of the goal at 2:42. 35 seconds remaining on the Twins power play. And here's Medwick coming inches away from getting a power play goal to get his insurance goal for his team. Puck cleared all the way down by the Riels. Koshinsky scoops that one up. 2:30 to go on the clock. Now worked ahead by Montani. He'll play it back. And ahead on the near side is Cutter Helmadaris. Walks into the zone. Works right past Alsep. Walks in and can't finish on the opportunity. Puck's cleared all the way down and a great penalty kill from the Riels. They match their first as we're back to even strength. Twins, they'll work it ahead. And coming back now here on that one, picked up by Sam Matani. Into the final two here of the second. On the far side through traffic. Big reverse hit there. And the puck worked ahead. And we got a penalty coming to the Twins. And here's a replay. Nice little opportunity for Cutter Helmadaris. On his little move, LaRock had the answer though. And the Twins bench not too happy about the call as Ryland Ewing finds himself in the box for the second time of the game. One of the top scorers in the MJHL over the last couple of years. As Davis works it across, not the guy you want in the penalty box. There's a shot, that one gets blocked. So it's interference, the call to Ewing. As Hepner now with it, works it ahead. He'll leave that one back. Davis to the far side and clears that one into the zone. In behind the goal come the Riels. Twins jumping on that loose puck. They'll play it to the far side as we enter the final minute of the middle frame. Cocorelli with it, across to Hepner. Hepner, his shot through traffic, rebound in front. Twins come free with it. Is Jace Matthews, and that one turned right back over to Hepner. Now Davis walks in. There's a shot just wide of the goal. And Brzezinski couldn't get enough on that one. Battle for the puck continues on into the final 30 seconds. And that one cleared out of the zone. Hepner on it. He'll work out to Davis. He'll play it back to Hepner. Watched by Matthews to Davis. Walks into the zone. Davis takes it around behind the net. Watched by Kalangari. Davis still with it. Behind the goal, Cocorelli with it. Right in front for the Riels, and the Riels couldn't get that one down on the doorstep. One of their favorite power play moves to do. And there's a shot. That one gets blocked at the horn. And with that, that does it here for the opening 40. It is the Twins leading 1-0. 21 seconds of power play opportunity remaining for the Riels, though, while we hit the third period. Shots for the second period. A total of 10 for the Twins, giving them a total of 16 through 40 minutes. Meanwhile, for the St. Boniface Riels, they had a total of 7 shots, giving them a total of 11 through 40 minutes. And with that, we'll take a quick look at our scoring and penalty recap for the opening frame. It was Darian Medwick with his third of the postseason from Matt Lizotte and Ryland Ewing at 5:21 on what was a little bit of a controversial goal there, with the whistle going right before the referee signaled that it was in. But nevertheless, it is 1-0 Twins on the penalty summary. Carson Dubois had done sportsmanlike conduct that was equalized by Hunter Livingstone's roughing at 7:32. At 8:51, first power play of the game for the Twins from a Reeves Suckett goaltender interference for 2 minutes. That was able to get killed off. And then Jonah Crossland got cross-checking at 15:53. That was also able to be killed off. And then Ryland Ewing finding himself back in the penalty box for the interference at 18:21. So still 21 seconds of that remaining. When we come back for the second period, or when we come back from the second period for the third period action, I'm your host, Bentley Bryant, along with your cameraman, Nate Noble, bringing you tonight's MJH action, and we'll see you following the second intermission. And welcome back, hockey fans. It's your host, Belly Brownlow, with my cameraman, Nate Noble, ready to go here, bringing you the third period action from game number one in the semifinals here. As we look at the Twins and the Riels. Riels down by one on, as we're talking about in the intermission here, with some of my co-workers, a controversial goal, but nevertheless, they decide to uphold it, so it's 1-0. And what looked like sounded like from everyone that the whistle was blown before the puck was in the net. So there's how we sit going into this one. Shots are 16-11 following the opening 40. And the Riels, they win the draw on the man advantage for 15 more seconds. Cleared in, big hit there. Hewing in the box. Puck comes all the way down the ice. As that puck worked ahead now, and we're back to even strength here. And with that, the referee blows the play dead. Riels 0 for 3 on the night on the power play. 0 for 2 are the Twins, as they try to ream more of that net. Shots in the second period, 7-10 in favor of St. Boniface, or 10-7 in favor of St. Boniface, as Medwick ready to go on the draw, wins that one. And Ewing trying to get a quick shot away, but the Riels come free with the puck going the other way, quickly into the zone. And they work their way through traffic. Back now, and Beckenauck, his shot gets through, kicked away. Puck comes out to Lizotte, worked ahead. Lizotte battling now for the puck. And across now to Ewing. Ewing walks in and fires. Loose puck away there. And it comes out to Matani, his shot off the mark. Ewing on the rebound. He'll work it behind for Medwick. And a high hit there. Easy call for the referee. As Dylan Beckenauck goes down. And it's Ewing again in the penalty box. There's the replay for what will be a roughing. Time of the penalty, 1:08. So Ewing, who just came out of the penalty box, finds himself back in the sin bin for the third time. And St. Boniface, a struggling power play, 0 for 3 on the night, trying to get it going here against this Twins penalty kill. And the Riels, Cockrell, he'll play that across to Hepner. Work it down low, all the way now to Cockrell. And that puck comes all the way down the ice. Hepner to give chase. And Hepner now to start from behind his own goal. Hepner works his way ahead ice. Loose puck. Brzezinski now with it. Brzezinski circling around. And he'll make his way ahead. Brzezinski still with it. Walks in. And now Johnson picks that one up. So, correction, that's a high stick, is the call of the penalty on Ewing. Puck in behind the goal. Now worked around by the Riels. Riels, they'll push it ahead. A minute left to power play. Opportunity for them as they jump on that loose puck. On some miscommunication there by Caden Headland, who was right in front of it, had a chance to whack it out of the zone. Back to the point. Now across, Cockrell with it. His shot just wide of the goal. Rebound, working way out of the Riels. And nothing coming from them in that one. They put on the brakes. Cockrell with it from Hepner. He waits. And that one up off the glass, stays in play. 30 seconds on the man advantage. Kalangari with it. And a big reverse hit there against Davis. Puck comes all the way down. Cockrell with it. He'll feed that one ahead. Off the stick of Trot into the zone. 12 seconds on the man advantage. As a quick clear for the Twins will pretty much take care of the man advantage for St. Boniface as the Riels play that ahead, and we're back to even strength. Quick feed across for Elsip, and oh so close to tying that one up. Somehow that didn't go in. Suck it, his shot deflected right in front, bouncing, and the net's up off the moorings. Nope. Stays on, popped up for a moment. It is on top of the mooring, but the ref's letting them play on. Twins work it to the far side. Battle for the puck continues on. Twins trying to feed it out. And that one comes all the way out of the zone. Pushed right ahead by the Riels. Now Medwick ahead for Hewing. He'll get right back on the tic-tac-toe just wide of the goal. Medwick his shot. And that one off the mark there. Picked up by Hewing. Hewing through traffic. Across. And ping off the iron is the opportunity for Matt Lizotte. And with that, we take a look down at the other end of the ice. How close to this Riels team came to tying this one up. But Paul's staying strong and having the answer. Up the draw, quick shot. Comes up into the netting at 15:41.
That's 50 draw. You have number 588-622.
And off the draw. Puck comes all the way down the ice. Twins first one on that one. Sam Matani with it. Matani works his way through traffic. And Matani walks in. Takes a hard hit but stays with the puck. Matani looking for the feed in front. And that pass just ain't there. Trying to get that to Helmut Harris, so he'll work it down low. And now back in that one. Oh, so close, but some sticks in front. Put it the other way for St. Boniface. And off a couple sticks into the zone. Quick road blockade by David Balshaw. Works it into the zone for Dean Gorshinsky. Gorshinsky fires that one. That one's blocked. Riels clear it out. Twins put it ahead. Ray's now with the puck. And Carter Halmadaris all over him. As that puck worked around. And now doesn't get to Gorshinsky. Halmadaris now plays it down to Gorshinsky. Back to Balshaw. Blocked opportunity. And now the puck up and out of play. At 14:37, I'm your host, Benny Brownlow, for cameraman Nate Noble. Shots here in the third period. 2 for the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. And 1 for the St. Boniface Riels. Totals 18-12. 1-0 lead for the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. And off the draw, quick shot. And that one doesn't get through the traffic. Kalangari first on it. Kalangari plays that across. Puck worked ahead off a couple sticks. And with that, Canoe picks it up. Canoe walks in. Takes a big hit. LaRock holds on for the whistle. And here's a look at that opportunity for Dominic Canoe. LaRock, though, doing his job for his team. 14:15 on the clock. Twins, again, making use of their late change as a home team. And Hepner went a little bit early on the far side, so St. Boniface changes it around. Off the draw, Twins win. Hewing, quick shot, rebound it lay there, but no one home except for Melstead. Brody Melstead works that out of the zone almost. Hewing able to hold the line. He gets set down, and a penalty to come. And a slash that looks like it's Hewing again. He's arguing. We'll look at the replay. He thought a stick was getting held. And there Hewing gets knocked down. And tough to see really what he was trying to argue there. Near the last viewing, he will find himself in the box for the 4th time tonight. There's a quick shot and held on for a whistle. We got stoppage in play. St. Boniface 0 for 4. And off the draw. Picked up by the Riels. They'll work it in their own zone. Backing up, Gale play that ahead. And with that, Lazat back across now for Headland. Headland clears that all the way down. 90 seconds remaining of man advantage for the Riels. As the Riels take it up from their own zone. Suck it. And his pass off the stick of Trot. Kalangari. And he goes in after that puck. Coming free now is Matt Lazat and clears that past Hepner all the way down the ice. Quickly ahead to Hepner, trying to catch the Twins on a change. Come Van Dynes. And with that, nothing going there on the misplay there by the Riels as they had so much time to set that up. Hepner now with it. His shot, and that one off the stick of Pauls. Meanwhile, working it the other way, here come the Twins. Twins quickly into the zone, and Matani leaves that back. 35 seconds on the power play remaining here. And Hepner going to chase that one down. Riels coming free with it. Now Jace Matthews takes that out of the zone, just going to kill some time off of this brilliant penalty kill that has come out tonight for the Twins. That's Cockrell. He'll work that across to Connor. Connor Davis now with it. Connor Davis cycling around. Back to the point, even strength. Davis. He'll work it right back. Shot through traffic. Flutters up dangerously by the goal. Net again pops up. We continue on. As St. Boniface falls to 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Glove down and worked ahead by Johnson. Johnson walks in. Ethan Johnson now through traffic. Jace Matthews trying to take out the trash there on the rebound, but Cockrell works it the other way. Ballshaw now with it. He'll circle around. Tries to get that one back. Melstead first on that loose puck. He'll leave it back. Almenares getting his stick on that. Melstead still with it now. Melstead centers. There's a shot then it's tied. And the Riels tie this one up at 8:46. And it's Reeve Suckett from Brody Melstead to knot this one up. Here's a look at the replay. And you can see it come right to Suckett right there. And he fires that one off the bottle, putting it top shelf. And again, turnover to Davis there. Trying to work that ahead. So Cole Davis getting with the assist there, and him as well as Melstead. Battle for the puck continues on. Twins trying to work it out of their own zone. And now they will. Medwick ahead. Picked up now here by the Riels. Davis at the line. He'll play that back. And no one home there. Hewing overskates that one. Twins hop on that puck. Headline now with it to feed that one ahead. Puck comes out of the zone. Hewing works it back to Medwick. Medwick trying to force that one ahead. Trot all alone. And Kalangari will bump him into the boards. Battle for the puck. Alex Van Dyne's into the slot. Great opportunity for the Riels. And that puck gets cleared out of the zone by the Twins. Riels, he walks in. Twins on their heels. Across to Trot. His shot deflected in front of the goal. And nothing going. Trying to force that one out of the zone. And now the Twins with it. They walk into the attack zone. Firing that one in. And off the mark. Puck comes to the line. Still working with it. And that comes all the way out. Ethan Johnson to give chase. Johnson scoops it up. As we're in the back half here of the third period. Reeves Suckett recently tying this one up at 1 apiece. Quickly ahead now for the Twins. Riels trying to work that one out. Canoe picks that pass off. Canoe walking in, and that pass shot just a little bit off. Another opportunity off the mark. And Matani's going to take a penalty. So it'll be an interference. Power play number 5 of the night for the Riels. Haven't scored on a single one yet. And Matani arguing this one the whole way home. Here's a look at the replay. And there it is. So it'll be the Riels. Power play number 5. And in off the drop. And that puck comes up and out of play. Bring us a stoppage in play here. And ready to go now. Off the draw. Twins quickly clear that one all the way down. Hits a man in the Twins box. Bring us a stoppage in play. So it's Reeves Suckett, his 4th goal of the postseason for him. And in off the drop. Alsop, he'll work that back to the point. Battle for the puck comes right in front of the goal. Working away at that. 20 seconds gone on the man advantage. And the Twins clear that one all the way down. Suckett gives chase after the puck. And now the Riels, they'll work their way ahead ice. From their own zone. Pressure by Halmadaris. They'll drop that one back. Gorshinsky all over Alsop. Riels now to Suckett. He walks in. Twins right there. Back with it. And he'll circle back. 64 seconds remaining on the man advantage, and Davis called that the line was Suckett for the offside. And ready to go. Cockrell, he'll pick that one right from the draw and work it back for the Riels. Riels quickly into the zone. And a broken stick there for Kalangari. Twins clear that one. And Gilberto called that the line on the offside. Take a look on how close that one was if the camera could catch up. Almost got the toe down there to keep it going. 46 seconds remaining on the man advantage. And off the drop. Hepner, he'll work that across. Battle for the puck continuing on. Pass across and deflected, they score! 2 unanswered goals for the Riels, and they work their way back into this one. And now take the lead with the thanks of their captain, Connor Davis, getting it done on the power play. And there's a look at the replay. As the Twins watch their lead disappear and now flip on them late here in the opening, or late here in the third period. As Johnson tries to work that ahead, stuck it with it, walks in and tries to get past Matani, work to the far side. And with that, touch pass. Right in comes Medwick, walks in through traffic, right in front of Valorak, and nothing going there as the Riels. They'll clear that one out. Johnson with it. And that went off a couple sticks. Picked up now here. And all the way down the ice. And it is going to be an icing. Late call by the official. Brings us a stoppage in play at 6:40. And on that, Connor Davis goes third of the postseason. Evan Coquerel gets the assist on that one. Off the draw. Battle for the puck continues on. Twins come free with it. And they continue battling on the near side. Now the Riels going the other way. Rays with it through traffic. Works that one all the way into the zone. Twins come free with the puck. They'll send that to the far side. Riels clear it in. Twins scoop it up. Kwashinsky, he'll play that ahead. And quickly now in come the Twins. Belshaw, he'll leave it back. Battle for the puck continuing on. Loose puck. Forced ahead. Now Headland with it. Headland works it in behind the goal for the Rock. And the Rock will leave that one. Battle for the puck. Continuing on. And with that, Korshinsky, he comes free. Still tangled up though by some Riels, and the Riels now working the puck around. 5:35 on the clock. And Kalangari now with it, and with that, we got a stoppage in play at 5:27. Off the draw, Twins win that one ahead. Air pass there. Worked now into the zone by Davis. Kalangari now with it. He'll work that to the far side. Livingstone ahead. And Medwick into the zone. He fires through traffic. Rebound. Tic-tac-toe. Kalangari, his shot off the mark. On the near side. Kalangari, he'll just play it back to Headland. And Headland now to Medwick. Medwick trying to fire that one in. Hepner watching him. And Hepner tries to send it the other way. Brzezinski with it. Fires that one in off the glass. Johnson going to pick that one up. Johnson with it. And he'll just play that right across to Headland and get it right back. Pass ahead. And cleared quickly into the zone by the Riels. Icing waved off, 5 to go. Sam Matani, he'll make his way out from behind his own goal once he waits his team to finish their change. Puck pushed ahead. Now worked into the zone come the Twins. Twins trying to center that one off the Riels stick. Comes right back out for Johnson. Johnson now with it. He'll feed that up to Matani. Puck comes all the way back in. Ethan Johnson after it. 4 to go for the Twins. Down by 1. Walking in, firing. Larocque makes the save. Doesn't know where it is. And the Riels try and get it out of the zone. Sam Matani, though, able to hold the line for his squad. Battle for the puck continues on. Riels come free with it. And Kalangari works that right back. Quickly into the zone. Come the Twins. Twins feed in front. And that one blocked. Great opportunity. Kalangari with it. He'll play that one across. Bouncing puck. Twins calm that one down. Tipped in front, won't go. Hamaderis with it. He fires that one off the mark. 3 to go here. And a tic-tac-toe pinball move as that puck comes wide of the goal. Dean Goshinsky comes free with it. Back to the point for Hamaderis. His shot through traffic. Doesn't make it. Back to the point for Hamaderis across to Kalangari. Kalangari back to Hamaderis. Hamaderis, his shot is held on right into the chest of Larocque and some pushing and shoving in front of him. 2:37 on the clock. Shot totals 23 to 16 in favor of the Twins. Down by 1. 2 unanswered goals by the Riels have lifted them into the lead here in the second period. Here's a look at the replay of one of the better opportunities for the Twins as they'll now elect to take their 30-second timeout. And that one they're getting blocked. So it was Sucka and then Connor Davis in the power play after the 4 penalty kills in a row for the Twins. Finally, the Riels able to strike on the man advantage, and that gave them the boost here that they needed to lift themselves up over the Twins for the time being. Seeing if they can hold on here. They got 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the frame. And there'll be an eye watching at the other end of the ice on Pauls. They're going to call Pauls now to the bench. They got 6 out there. It's an empty net. Twins, all importantly, win the draw and possess the puck. Ballshaw with it. His shot up into the netting. And that brings us to a stoppage in play at 2:29. Ready to go now here as they'll switch it over. Now coming to the right of Van Dynes. Medwick in on the draw. He'll win that one. To Matani. Samatani, his shot doesn't get through. Rebound. Jamming away at it. And still somehow doesn't go in. And with that, we got a stoppage in play. There's a couple of players down in the battle down low. 2:19 on the clock here. Off the draw. Coming free now with it and clearing that all the way down is the Riels. Picked up to work this one ahead is Hamaderis. Gets it from Ballshaw, plays around behind the empty cage. And 2 minutes on the clock here for the Twins and crew trying to get back in and tie this one up. Sam Matani leaves it back. There's a shot. Larocque kicks it into the corner boards. Hamaderis first on that one. He takes a hard hit. Koshinsky feeds that ahead. Shot through traffic, rebound lay there. Comes back to Hamaderis. He'll work it to the far side for Matani. His shot doesn't get through the traffic. Hamaderis works it down low. Battle for the puck continuing on. As they continue to work at it, 80 seconds remaining in regulation. Skirmish for the puck. Riels come free. And they'll clear that all the way down just wide of the empty net. Icing with triple runs on the clock. And the Twins face now facing what could be their first. I don't know if there's a timeout here. I think there is, called by St. Boniface to rest their crew. As in the MMJHL, you are allowed to call a timeout following an icing. And the Twins on the brink here of having their first regulation loss since early December. I don't have the exact date from what I know. And off the drop. Battle for the puck. Twins can't hold it at the line. Almedares with it from Montani. He tries to feed that one back. And that puck now worked around and cleared out of the zone by the Riels. 40 seconds to go. And with that to continue on as Gorshinsky plays it ahead. Watching the line. Gorshinsky fires. Rebound in front. Nothing going. Under 30 seconds to go. Puck comes all the way down. Battle for the puck continues on. And not much going for the Twins. We got a penalty coming here and some pushing and shoving following the action. Riels thought they scored. They're getting a penalty though. So it's not a goal. It's a penalty called against the Riels. But that's going to do it. It was a hooking call. And there's a quick shot off the mark. And cleared. And that will do it here for this one. The Riels take game one, 2-1 with a comeback win. It is the first home loss for the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins since December 1st when they lost 4-2 to the Hawks. So after months of winning at home for the Twins, it finally comes to an end here at the hands of the Riels as they continue on staying perfect. 5-0 on the postseason. Twins drop to 4-1 and look to even it up for game number 2. And before I let you go, we'll look here at your 3 stars in tonight's hockey game. And as we start this one off here for your 3 stars in tonight's hockey game, starting it off from the St. Boniface Riels, your 3rd star in tonight's hockey game, number 12 with 1 goal, Reeves Suckett. 2nd star in tonight's hockey game with the game-winning goal from the St. Boniface Riels, number 96, Connor Davis. And tonight's 1st star in tonight's hockey game with 25 saves, picking up the win. His 5th playoff win in a row since coming in early in game number 1 in the opening round. Owen Larocque is our 1st star in this one. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with our cameraman, Nate Noble, and we'll be with you guys for game number 2 coming out, and that will be on Wednesday in between these 2 teams here. And that one will be in St. Boniface there. And we'll get both game 2s coming Wednesday and Tuesday your way. With that, it's the Riels topping the Twins by a score of